Welcome to the session on how to apply the psychology of persuasion in everyday situations. My name is Cialdini, and I'm delighted to guide you through this fascinating world of persuasive communication, whether you're negotiating contracts, seeking to influence your peers, or simply improving your everyday interactions. Understanding the principles of persuasion can dramatically enhance the effectiveness of your communication. Today, we'll explore powerful techniques that can help you to master the art of influence and achieve better outcomes in both your personal and professional life. So, let's dive into the psychological strategies that can turn your interactions into opportunities for success. So, in everyday life, the ability to persuade effectively can open doors to numerous opportunities and enhance interpersonal dynamics across a wide range of situations. Whether it's convincing a friend to join a project, persuading a client to accept a proposal, or motivating a team, the principles of persuasion are fundamental tools for any communicator. So, why is this important? Because persuasion is not about manipulation. It's about understanding the needs and desires of others and communicating your message in a way that aligns with their interests and values. By mastering persuasive techniques, you can foster better relationships, drive change, and achieve goals more effectively. And so today, we'll explore the core principles of persuasion and how they can be applied tactfully and ethically in various aspects of your life. From the ancient arts of rhetoric to modern psychological theories, will unlock the secrets of becoming a more influential and respected communicator. At its core, persuasion is about influencing others' thoughts, emotions, and behaviors through communication. It's a vital skill that transcends personal conversations and business meetings, impacting every aspect of human interaction. So, what's the definition? Well, the definition is persuasion is the art of guiding someone towards adopting a specific attitude or initiating a particular action by logical or emotional means. It's about convincing someone in such a way that the indecision feels entirely their own. And so there's some key elements when it comes to understanding persuasion. We have ethos, pathos, and logos. So ethos is our credibility. This refers to the trustworthiness or credibility of the speaker. Establishing yourself as a credible source can significantly enhance your persuasive power. Then we have pathos, which is our emotional appeal. This involves tapping into the audience's emotion to create a bond and drive decision making based on feelings. Then you have logos, which is our logical appeal. This utilizes logical arguments or actual data to convince the audience through reason. And so understanding these components is crucial for developing an effective persuasive strategy that resonates with your audience and leads to successful outcomes. By carefully balancing ethos, pathos, and logos, you can craft a message that are not only influential but also deeply respectful of the listener's autonomy and intelligence. Dr. Robert Cialdini's Six Principles of Persuasion offers a powerful framework for understanding how people are influenced in various settings. These principles are rooted in psychological research and provides actionable insights that can help us persuade others effectively and ethically. So let's explore each principle and see how they can be applied in everyday situations. And by the way, he has a fantastic book called Persuasion. I highly recommend it. So the first one is reciprocity. Reciprocity means this: when people feel obliged to give back to others who have given to them. In practice, offering help, information, or a small gift can encourage others to reciprocate in kind. Then we have commitment and consistency. Once people commit orally or in writing to an idea or a goal, they are more likely to honor that commitment because of establishing that idea or goal has been congruent with their self-image. Then we have social proof. Social proof, people will do things that they see other people that are doing it. In essence, when uncertain, we look to similar others to determine our actions. We have authority. People will tend to obey authority figures, even if they are asked to perform objectionable acts. Demonstrating expertise or knowledge in a particular area can increase your persuasive effectiveness. Then we have liking. People are easily persuaded by other people whom they like. Building rapport and showing genuine interest in others can greatly increase your influence. Then we have scarcity. Perceived scarcity will generate demand, highlighting the uniqueness and limited availability of an opportunity can make it more valuable in the eyes of others. And so by understanding and integrating these principles in your communication strategies, you can significantly enhance your ability to persuade and influence and the outcomes in both your personal and professional life. So how do we apply this? Well, the principle of reciprocity is so powerful because it taps into this deep-seated human instinct to repay favors and maintain a balance of give and take. So let's explore how you can effectively apply this principle to enhance your persuasive efforts in various situations. So, understanding reciprocity. Reciprocity is the social norm of responding to a positive action with another positive action, rewarding kind actions. In essence, when someone does something for us, we naturally want to return the favor. So, what are some examples of reciprocity? Well, let's start with the workplace. When you're sharing your expertise or assisting a colleague with a project without being asked, that can lead to you to receive help when you need it in the future. What about maybe in sales and marketing? By offering free trials, samples, or valuable content, it can make potential customers more inclined to make a purchase or subscribe to a service. And then we have our personal relationships. Small acts of kindness or thoughtful gestures can strengthen bonds and encourage a display of affection and support. And so, some strategies for implementing reciprocity. Number one, be first to give. Take the initiative to offer something of value without expecting anything in return. This sets the stage for reciprocity. Then, personalize your offerings. Tailor your gestures or gifts to the interests and needs of others. This makes the act more meaningful and impactful. Also, ensure relevance. The key to effective reciprocity is to provide something that is genuinely useful or enjoyable to the recipient. By strategically integrating the principles of reciprocity into your interactions, you can create a positive feedback loop that enhances goodwill and fosters stronger, more cooperative relationships. Remember, the art of persuasion is not just about influencing others, but doing so in a way that is mutually beneficial and grounded in genuine goodwill. And then, social proof. So, how do we leverage social proof? Social proof is a powerful psychological phenomenon where people assume the actions of others in an attempt to reflect correct behavior for a given situation. Essentially, we look to others to guide our own actions, especially in situations where we are uncertain. So let's explore how you can utilize social proof to enhance your persuasive influence in everyday situations. So, understanding social proof. This principle suggests that people are more likely to engage in a behavior if they see others doing it. It's rooted in our natural desire to conform to group behavior. So, what are some examples of social proof in action? Well, first we have consumer behavior. Products that are seen as popular or endorsed by a large number of people tend to attract more buyers. Reviews and testimonials are classic examples of social proof in marketing. Then we have workplace decisions. In professional settings, individuals often look to colleagues for cues on how to behave, such as adopting a new technology or a methodology endorsed by peers. Then we have social media influence. Likes, shares, and comments can signal approval and influence others' perceptions and actions online. So, what are some strategies for implementing social proof? Well, we can showcase endorsements and testimonials. So, if you're promoting a product or service, display positive reviews and testimonials prominently. Highlight popularity. Share statistics or stories that demonstrate the popularity or widespread acceptance of an idea or product. Then use visuals effectively. Images or videos of people using your product or engaging in your promoted behavior can act as a strong motivators for others to follow suit. And so by effectively incorporating social proof into your persuasive strategy, you can significantly boost your ability to influence others' behaviors and decisions. It's a testament to the power of the bandwagon effect, and a tool that, when used ethically, can lead to positive outcomes across various domains. And then we have authority in persuasion. The principle of authority is based on the idea that people are more likely to follow the lead of someone who's viewed as knowledgeable and trustworthy expert. Leveraging authority effectively can greatly enhance your persuasive capabilities. So let's discuss how you can establish and use authority to influence others positively. So, understanding authority. Authority is not just about power, it's about perceived expertise, credibility, and trustworthiness. People respect authority figures because they believe these individuals have higher knowledge and wisdom. So, what are some examples of authority in action? Well, let's think of professional settings. Doctors, lawyers, and professors are often seen as authorities in their fields. Their recommendations are usually taken seriously because of their specialized knowledge and training. Then we have marketing. Okay? Brands often use experts or celebrities to endorse products because their authoritative stance lends credibility to the product. Then we have organizational leadership. Leaders who demonstrate deep understanding and clear vision are more likely to persuade their teams to embrace new strategies or changes. So, what are some strategies for implementing authority? Well, showcase credentials and experience. Highlight your qualifications, highlight your certifications, and experiences that are relevant in the context in which you're trying to persuade. Also, demonstrate confidence and competence. Speak confidently and back up your statements with data and well informed opinions. And then we should also educate others. Share your knowledge through blogs, presentations, or training sessions. Educating others not only builds your authority, but also helps establish a relationship based on trust and respect. By understanding and establishing authority in your interactions, you can significantly increase the impact of your persuasive efforts. People naturally gravitate towards to those who offer security and knowledge in decision making, making authority a potent tool in the art of persuasion. So let's talk about the role of emotions, the pathos. Emotions drive human behavior more than we often realize. The persuasive elements of pathos involves appealing to the audience's emotions to influence their decisions. Understanding and tapping into these emotional undercurrents can greatly enhance your ability to persuade effectively. So let's explore how pathos can be used to connect deeply and motivate action. So understanding pathos, pathos appeal to the audience's emotions. So helping to create a bond and drive decision making based on feelings rather than just facts. It's about striking a chord that resonates on a personal level. So what are some examples of pathos in action? Well, the first is advertising. Commercials often use emotional stories or imagery to create a feeling of need or urgency, like charities showing the plight of those they help to elicit empathy and donations. Then we have public speaking. Speakers may share personal anecdotes or stirring stories to evoke empathy, excitement, or solidarity from the audience. We also have customer interactions. Service providers can express genuine concern and empathy for customers' problems to build trust and loyalty. So, what are some strategies for implementing pathos? Well, first, identify emotional drivers. Understand the emotional needs and values of your audience. What moves them? What concerns them? Use stories and anecdotes. Stories are powerful tools for emotional connection. Use relevant and relatable stories to illustrate your points and evoke emotions. And so visual and auditory aids, they help as well. So utilize images, music, and sounds that align with the emotions you wish to evoke. These can reinforce the emotional appeal and make your message even more memorable. So by effectively integrating pathos into your persuasive techniques, you can reach deeper levels of engagement and influence. Now remember, people are often more influenced by how they feel about your message than just the content itself. And then let's talk about ethical considerations. So as we explore the power of persuasion, it's crucial to address the ethical considerations that accompany its use. Persuasion should be practiced with integrity, respecting the autonomy and well-being of others. So let's dive into the importance of ethical persuasion and guidelines for ensuring your persuasive efforts are both effective and principled. So the importance of ethics in persuasion, we have to think this. Ethical persuasion upholds the dignity and freedom of that individual. It ensures that influence is not manipulative, but rather fosters informed decision making. Maintaining ethical standards builds long-term trust and credibility, which are essential for sustainable relationships and networks. So what are some guidelines for ethical persuasion? Well, first is just transparency. Always be clear about your intentions and honest about the information you share. Avoid deception or misleading claims. Then we also have consent. Ensure that the people you are persuading have the capacity to decide and are able to opt out. Respect their decisions without coercion. Then also make sure everyone benefits. Aim for win-win situations where the outcome is advantageous for all parties involved. Avoid exploiting others for personal gain. I can't say that enough. Then also leave some area to respect for emotions. While using emotional appeals, be careful not to exploit sensitive issues or manipulate feelings in a way that could cause harm. And so by adhering to these ethical guidelines, you ensure that your persuasive techniques are not only effective, but also maintain the highest standards of integrity and respect. Remember, the goal of persuasion is to influence positively, creating scenarios where everyone involved feels valued and respected. As we conclude our lesson through the psychology of persuasion, let's reflect on the key insights we've gathered and consider how we can apply these principles to enhance our daily interactions and decision making processes. So let's just recap some key points here. We explored the foundational elements of persuasion, including the roles of ethos, pathos, and logos. We dived into Cialdini's 6 principles of persuasion, understanding how each can be applied to various situations to effectively influence others. We discussed the importance of emotional appeals in persuasion and the need for maintaining ethical standards to ensure that our influence is both positive and respectful. So, I encourage you to begin incorporating these techniques into your everyday communication. Start small, perhaps by applying the principles of reciprocity with your colleagues or using social proof in your presentation. Remember, the goal is not to manipulate, but to communicate more effectively, creating relationships and environments that are mutually beneficial.